Bill Robertson you are from Kansas City, Missouri. And we have heard a lot about Bill through our travels with Kay Browning. Bill helped design the whole museum. You designed
Yeah, I've
the
designed a
structure, right?
number of miniature museums. I did the one down in Maysville. I did Kansas City and a couple others that are no longer around. But yeah, it was fun to take Kay's vision and turn it into a museum.
And you did a lovely, lovely job. And then you also have been creating miniatures. How long have you been an artisan?
I've been doing this, making my living at this for 36 years.
Wow.
The last real job I had was in '76. So, the idea of like getting up in the morning and going to work just doesn't happen.
It just
I
doesn't appeal to you.
I haven't had a real job in all these years.
So now, and I have seen a few of the things that you have done, and you do kind of create different things.
I do, everything I do is different. I don't repeat what I do. I'll make up, like I made a batch of brass beds. That's it. There's no more. I make those, on to the next thing. The next thing, which I'm not done yet, here is a wooden piece. It's 18th century Chippendale furniture. I bounce all over the place,
And if I heard the story correctly, you have actually made a microscope in 1/12 scale that works.
Yes, I did a copy of Louis XV's microscope by Pesmont in pure gold. It was about 2 inches tall, had 125 pieces in it with complete optics, and it worked.
Amazing. And I did see also your toolbox of working tools.
Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing. It's one thing to make things in miniature, but how do you make them so that they're fine enough to actually use with tiny fingers?
To me, part of the magic of making miniatures, if you're making working things, they've got to work. Why, make them if they don't work? One of the frustrating things about museums, such as even like with Kay's, is you've got all these wonderful things stuck in glass boxes and the public can't play with them. Now, it's totally not practical to let the public go wild and play.
For sure.
But even things like that table works.
Yes.
It has all kinds of features that work, and that's what I do.
It's really amazing. Now, do you have tools that you work with and that are just fine tools? How do you kind of focus down and work on, to make a working microscope with all of those pieces?
When it comes to tools, I kind of have a dream workshop. I have literally everything one could imagine. I actually have 4 workshops. I have woodworking shop, a fine miniature shop, a machine shop. I can make anything I want in-house. If I'm doing something like a wood piece and I need a molding, I just go over and make a router bit. It's no big deal.
It's no big deal.
It isn't. No.
It's no big deal.
I make working locks. I can make my own screws. I don't use any found items. I just start with stock of material, whether it be brass or wood or ivory, bone, whatever, and make whatever the shape is.
And it really is the finest of the fine. Your work is astounding, and you definitely are showcased in Kay's Museum. Or are you anywhere else that we can find you?
The Toy and Miniature Museum in Kansas City owns the largest collection of my work on public display.
Okay.
And then my work is in other collections throughout Europe and Japan, Asia. So it's all over. And I teach classes, by the way, on a few different continents. I teach here in the U.S. at the Guild School in Maine. I teach at the school in Thun, Denmark. It's called Miniatures I Thun. Has nothing to do with music. Thun is a place. It's like Castine, which copied the Castine program, the Guild's program. They said, gee, let's do this ourselves. So the Northern Europeans, the Scandinavians, have their own version.
Yes.
I also teach privately. This year I'll be teaching in Amsterdam, next year Paris.
Wow.
And I teach in Japan, in Tokyo and Osaka.
So who needs a real job? You're traveling the world,
yeah.
and spreading this amazing art,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a pretty good job.
Beats working.
Beats working.
This is a late George II, early George III, that put it about 1760, English architect's table. And it's in the Chippendale style, and it has a lot of interesting features. First off, it's fully jointed. There's dovetail joints, mortise and tenons, that sort of thing. I'm sorry I'm jiggling a little bit here, but okay. The writing surface slides back to expose the insides. The drawer closes. And unusually, the drawer, the front of legs come with the drawer. Very unique piece. It will have a working lock when I finish it, but I'm not done with it yet. So, has the inside turnings and the casters on the legs. Kind of a fun detail. It has these candle holders that swivel out and duck back in place. And then the back has the tilt mechanism. But the really cool part is, if you look at this, it has this writing desk that's sitting up to catch the piece of paper so they don't fall down. Well, when the table's flat, you don't want that. So when the table top lowers, that automatically drops into the base. It's flat.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That is
So
that's amazing.
that's the kind of stuff I do, and it's details like that that just, they take an unestimatable time. So I thought I'd have it done for the show, and whoops, that didn't happen. Hence, I have the table in its unfinished state, which is kind of fun because the people that have ordered these could get their choice of colors this way, you know, and their choice of leather, what color leather or type of baize, you know. So there was an advantage to that. And then when I'm done, I'm going to make the accessories that go in it.
Thank you so much, Phil, for
Well,
talking
you're
to
welcome.
Smallisimo.
You're welcome.